What's up everyone, Art Aesthetics here and welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about 7 things that I just wish I knew back when I started training. So let's get right into it. So number 1 on our list today is doing half reps. So half the reps basically means half the gains. And nobody wants half a bicep or half the gains.
Because small is the goal, size is the prize. It's game to clock, motherfuckers. Let's go.
We're gonna take a bicep curl for example. When you're doing the bicep curl, you don't want to stop halfway. You want to bring it all the way up and squeeze the bicep at the top and go all the way down until you kind of feel the tricep. If you're only bicep curling halfway up, you're missing out on all this portion of the rep, and that way you're always going to be strong halfway, but then you're always going to be struggling on this part of the rep. So don't do half reps.
Half repping is personally insulting.
Number 2 on our list is actually a huge mistake that I used to be making for a really long time, and it's basically not using mind-muscle connection. So essentially what mind-muscle connection is squeezing the muscle that you're using in an exercise for all 8 reps for the whole period of time. So if I'm doing a bicep curl, I'm focusing on squeezing this bicep really hard throughout all the reps and through the whole range of motion. So even if I'm at the bottom of the rep, I'm not relaxing my arm, I'm squeezing throughout the whole reps until I'm done. Number 3 on the list actually involves time as well, and it's about resting either too short and not giving your muscle enough time to recover and get enough ATP back into the muscle so you can lift the weights correct form, or too long so you can lift the weight with correct form, and you can't be resting too long because then you're not getting enough stress which is necessary for hypertrophy or muscle growth. So to solve that problem, for those of you who are more advanced, I recommend resting up to 45 seconds, and those of you who are just starting off, I recommend resting up to 2 minutes if hypertrophy is what you're going for. Next. So number 4 is not using correct loads. So if you're aiming for hypertrophy, it's from 67 to 85% of your 1 rep max for 8 to 12 reps. So essentially what that means is doing maximum of 8 reps with 85% of your 1 rep max and up to 12 reps with 67% of your max. Number 5 on the list is a mistake that most of you will probably have fixed by now, and it's all about not breathing correctly. So basically you want to be inhaling when you're going down, and then you want to be exhaling on the way up, and that's basically all that is. So number 6. This one probably made me miss out on the most amount of gains, so listen up. This one here is what I see the most amount of people at the gym doing wrong, so listen up if you're one of them, and it's all about slow eccentric. So let me show you an example. Okay, so for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to show you an example on this rubber band. So let's say we're doing a bicep curl and this is your muscle. So this is the way up and this is the way down. So if you're doing them like this, it might be good for the upper portion of the rep because you're using the type 2 fast twitch fibers, which are good for hypertrophy, but you're completely missing out on the lower portion of the rep, which is the eccentric part, which, as I showed you on the band, gives the muscle the most damage when we're looking for hypertrophy. And that's it. So the final tip for today that I wish that I just knew back in the day is number 7, and that is have a workout program. So if you're going into the gym and you're doing different exercises on each of these days, then you're not giving your muscle enough time to adapt in that particular exercise.
You ain't gonna build no fucking muscle.